What is up, Broncos fans? The Denver Broncos show, back here again to do another video. In this video, I'll be recapping the Broncos' 43-21 loss to the New England Patriots on Sunday in Foxborough. The Broncos fell to 6-2 with this loss to New England. This was a pretty terrible performance by the Broncos. Pretty shitty performance by the Broncos on Sunday. And I mean, what more to say? You shit the bed. I mean, it's as simple as that. The Broncos really didn't play well. Very frustrating game to watch as a Broncos fan. And you know, you made way too many mistakes against a great football team on the road, and that's why you got destroyed by 22. Again, did a great job of moving the ball through the air. Our passing attack was one of the few bright spots here in this game for us. We finished with 472 total yards of offense, 429 passing yards. We averaged 7.4 yards per pass in this game against New England's defense, and we had 20 passing first downs here in this game. Again, I thought our passing attack was one of the few bright spots for us here in this game. A lot of people have been, you know, kind of making it out to be like Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis had such big games against us, and they shut down our receivers and Sanders and Demarius Thomas. And I don't know what game everyone else was watching, but if you think Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis shut down our passing attack and shut down our receivers, you're delusional. And that just baffles me that people think Browner and Darrelle Revis affected this game so mightily. Again, we had 429 passing yards. We had 20 fucking passing first downs. We did a great job of attacking this defense vertically. Peyton Manning made some good throws down the field consistently throughout this game to Emmanuel Sanders and Demarius Thomas. And for a majority of this game, Emmanuel Sanders and Demarius Thomas were consistently beating Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis on the outside. So I don't really get where people, you know, get this thing that Revis and Browner affected this game so much, but they really didn't. And again, our passing attack, attacking this defense down the field vertically, I thought was one of the few bright spots for us here in this game. Manning played pretty solid here against New England. He finished 34-57 for 438 yards. He had 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Obviously, you hate the 2 interceptions, but one of them really wasn't his fault. On one of the picks he had, it was a severely underthrown pass by him to Demarius Thomas. Just a terrible decision, terrible throw by Peyton Manning there. I think it was to start the second quarter. And then the other interception, like I said, really wasn't his fault. Threw it right into Wes Welker, hit him right in the numbers, and Wes Welker just didn't catch the pass, bounced right off his chest, and Browner was able to pick it off. So you don't like the 2 interceptions, but he still finishes with 430 yards and 2 touchdowns. Again, I thought he made some great throws down the field. I thought he made some beautiful outside shoulder throws in this game to, you know, pretty much every receiver, to Sanders, to Demarius Thomas, and even to Julius Thomas on one of his touchdown passes, and just did a great job of attacking the secondary and staying aggressive. I don't like that he threw the ball 57 times. Again, we really had no balance on the offensive side of the football here in this game against New England, but still I thought Peyton Manning played well enough for us to win this game. You don't like the turnovers. He wasn't as accurate as he usually is. He did make some errant throws in this game. He did underthrow a lot of passes in this game. He did overthrow Emmanuel Sanders on a sure touchdown in the fourth quarter. So he definitely did make his mistakes, but New England did a good job of forcing him to kind of make some tough throws into some tight windows, and Peyton Manning did make some really good throws in this game, some very difficult throws again. You know, Sanders finished with 10 catches and 151 yards, and Demarius Thomas finished with 7 catches and 127 yards. So to any Patriots fan or to any NFL fan or any analyst, whatever, you tell me how Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis shut down Emmanuel Sanders and Demarius Thomas when one of them had 10 catches and 151 yards and the other one had 7 catches for 127 yards. Doesn't make sense to me. So I thought both those guys played well, and even Ronnie Hillman, we did a good job of getting him involved in the passing game. He finished with 7 catches, 47 yards, and a touchdown. I thought we did a great job of kind of getting him in space, allowing him to make some plays in the passing game, and again, working him underneath for, you know, 5-6 yards, little chunk yardage plays like that. And on the touchdown, great job by Peyton Manning and getting him the ball in the flat, and then Hillman making a play in open space, like 15-yard touchdown catch and pass there from Manning to Hillman. So I thought our passing offense was pretty solid in this game. Again, one of the few bright spots, and anybody out there that thinks Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis shut down Emmanuel Sanders and Demarius Thomas, you clearly have your head way too far up your ass. Good job defending the run once again by the Broncos defense. We've been the best rushing defense in the NFL, and we showed it here once again against the Patriots. And we did a solid job for the most part of pressuring Tom Brady. We didn't do a good job of getting to him, but we did do a fairly decent job of pressuring him in this game. We had 8 quarterback hits. 5 of those quarterback hits came from both DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. I thought both those guys did a great job of coming off the edges and consistently being in Brady's face. We had a bunch of near sacks in this game. Von Miller was pretty much hounding Tom Brady throughout this game, and Brady made, to his credit, made some great throws under duress and under pressure. But we didn't do a good job of getting pressure from our secondary pass rushers like Malik Jackson, Derek Wolfe, Terrence Knighton. None of those guys really did a good job of pressuring Tom Brady. Most of it, again, came from Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, but still had a lot of near sacks in this game against him. And then Bradley Roby, congrats to him on getting his first career interception here in this game. Made a good play there in the third quarter to get an interception. Was big for us. Good play for him. And again, this is his first career interception. Well deserved for Bradley Roby. So now looking at some of the bad things we did here in this game, obviously there was quite a few things the Broncos did pretty poorly here against the Patriots. First, you got to start with the turnovers. I mentioned in my preview that if we were going to turn over the ball here against this defense that has been very opportunistic as of late, we were probably going to lose. Gave them opportunities to make plays, and they did it. And you hate the 2 interceptions. Obviously, one was Peyton Manning's fault, as I mentioned earlier. He underthrew Demaryius Thomas very significantly, and it was like triple coverage. It was just a bad decision by Peyton Manning. But the other throw, I mean, he hit Wes Welker right in the numbers. Wes Welker's got to make that catch. You can't let it bounce off your chest. Just a terrible play by Welker. And again, you give him the opportunity to create that turnover by not catching the pass. So just gave an opportunistic defense way too many opportunities to create turnovers, and they were able to get 2 here on us. And in doing so, they were able to create a shorter field for their offense. They were able to score off our turnovers. Gronk continues to play outstanding for New England. He had 9 catches for 105 yards and a touchdown here against us. LaFell had 6 catches for 53 yards and a touchdown. Just did a poor job of being physical with either one of these guys in coverage. TJ Ward just absolutely got manhandled by Rob Gronkowski in this game. And that's the one thing I'll give Brandon Browner and Darrelle Revis credit for is again, I think a lot of people have made a much to do about nothing with them stopping or containing Demaryius Thompson and Emmanuel Sanders, because I didn't think they did that at all. They got lit up by both those guys, but they were physical in coverage with them. And that's something we didn't do with Gronk or LaFell. As I mentioned, Gronkowski just absolutely tore us up, and he was just great. We didn't do anything to slow him down. The Patriots did a great job attacking the middle of the field with him. And again, he wasn't touched. He basically had a free run to whatever spot on the field he was running to, and Brady got him the ball and he made plays. He had a beautiful catch in the red zone. He caught it like on over 3 Broncos defenders. There was a pass behind him. Great one-handed catch there by Gronk. And then the touchdown catch that he had, he was one-on-one on the outside with Von Miller. Von Miller didn't even bump him at all. Just a terrible, terrible job there, the Broncos, of putting Von Miller in a situation like that, you know, covering Gronkowski in the red zone one-on-one. Just very stupid defense there. But the real surprise for us was Julian Edelman. Julian Edelman destroyed us on top of Gronkowski and LaFell destroying us. He had 9 catches for 89 yards and a touchdown. He also had an 84-yard punt return touchdown. Again, you can't let something like that happen. You can't give up a punt return for a touchdown on the road and expect to win. He was great for New England. Again, New England did a great job of working him underneath, attacked down the field with him as well, and he did a great job against Chris Harris, getting open. Was kind of Tom Brady's safety blanket in this game. And again, those 3 guys killed us. Just really had no answer for Gronkowski in this game, no answer for Edelman really as well. And again, the fact that he had the 84-yard punt return for a touchdown on top of the fact he had 9 catches for 89 yards and a touchdown. You can't allow Edelman to be that effective. Just great game for New England's receiving core here against our secondary. They did a great job here of getting open, beating our coverage consistently. And again, we weren't physical enough with these receivers, especially Gronk, in this game to win it. And obviously, Tom Brady was phenomenal as well in this game. He goes 33 of 53 here in this game for 333 yards, 4 touchdowns. Only had 1 interception, of course. That was by Roby. Just did a great job of getting rid of the ball quickly, making some quick throws, making some good decisions. And again, I think New England's offensive line, for the most part, did a good job of keeping them upright. We did only have 1 sack in this game. We had a lot of near sacks. Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware did a great job of coming on the outside and pressuring them. But really, we did a poor job of collapsing the pocket interiorly. We didn't really get a pass rush from the inside from Malik Jackson, Derek Wolfe, Terrence Knighton, Marvin Austin. Our secondary pass rushers really were non-effective in this game. Brady also did a great job of distributing the ball. I mean, again, Gronkowski has 9 catches, LaFell 6 catches, Edelman 9 catches. Just did a great job of keeping our secondary guessing, going to different receivers. Even went to Amendola a couple times on 3rd down. Made some big catches for New England here. I mean, just Brady was great. He was flawless in this game. Did a great job against our defense. And again, their offensive line, for the most part, did a great job of giving him time to make some throws. We did have a lot of near sacks, but again, we were only rushing him from the outside. There really was no interior pass rush from the Broncos here to collapse that pocket. The Broncos were also terrible on third down offensively here in this game. Did a poor job of sustaining drives and keeping drives alive, especially after that first quarter. The Broncos went 3 of 11 on the third down conversions. Again, can't expect to beat New England on the road when you can't even keep a drive alive and you go 3-11 on your third down conversions. That's just pathetic execution by the Broncos on third down. We also did a poor job of running the ball here against New England's defense. We only had 43 rushing yards. Again, as I mentioned earlier, we had 429 passing yards. We did a great job of kind of moving the ball vertically down the field against this defense, but we had no running game at all in this game. Again, you finished with only 43 rushing yards. You only averaged 2.5 yards per carry as a team here in this game. Ronnie Hillman only had averaged 1.6 yards per carry in this game. Just really had no life there in the running game. Really, New England did a great job up front. Vince Wilfork did a great job of kind of bottling Ronnie Hillman up. And again, you can't expect to win on the road when you throw the ball 57 times and only rush it 17 times. So again, there was just no balance on the offensive side of the ball because of the lack of running game. We had only 43 rushing yards, only 2.5 yards per carry as a team. Just not acceptable. We weren't physical enough at all as a team in this game, but especially our offensive line. Got to be more physical in the run block. Got to give Ronnie Hillman more gaps to run through. And when he averages 1.6 yards per carry, and again, you throw the ball 57 times and rush it 17 times, you become very predictable. You become very one-dimensional on the offensive side of the football. Had our defense's head spinning in this game. Their offense just had a great game plan. Again, Tom Brady kept our defense guessing by going to multiple receivers throughout this game. And you just can't expect to beat a team, especially a team as good as New England, in their gym, in their stadium, on the road, when you let them get in the red zone 5 times and convert 4 out of those 5 times, and then you again get outscored 24-0 in the second quarter. Just all fell apart there in the second quarter. Edelman gets the 84-yard punt return touchdown in that quarter. Manning threw the interception, the one he underthrew to Thomas to start the quarter. I mean, things just kind of tailspin from there, and you can't get outscored 24-0 in a quarter and again expect to win on the road against a team of this caliber. As bad as we played, we had opportunities to compete and be in this game, and we just didn't convert on those, and New England did. New England was the more opportunistic team in this game on both sides of the football, and it showed, and that's why they won by 22. I mean, again, you have 3 opportunities to score in the fourth quarter, and you can't. You get down close to within the red zone, and you still can't score. I mean, just pathetic execution by our offense. Peyton Manning had Emmanuel Sanders wide open on 4th down there in the fourth quarter, overthrew him on a sure touchdown. Then he had another pass to Jacob Tamme, which Tamme couldn't haul in. Again, you gotta first and foremost not put yourself in 4th down situations there, but you got to score when you get those type of opportunities, especially when you're down in the fourth quarter on the road. To have 3 opportunities offensively to score and not be able to do it just really hurt us here in this game against New England. And once again, Julius Thomas was just kind of non-existent here for the Broncos offense. He really has played poorly throughout these past 3 games. He did finish with 2 catches, 33 yards, and a touchdown here against New England. Had a good touchdown catch on the outside shoulder throw by Peyton Manning here in this game. I think it was in the 3rd quarter, but really has just been kind of a non-factor for our offense over these past 3 games. I mean, the guy had 9 touchdowns through the first 6-7 games, and ever since then has just been non-existent. He only had 2 targets in this game. You don't like seeing that. Peyton Manning, Adam Gase, John Fox, whoever it is, they need to find a way to get Julius Thomas more involved again within the offense. We need to attack the middle of the field, attack the middle of defenses. I think if we would have done that here against New England, got Julius Thomas the ball more, targeted him more, we could have had more success against this defense. And with getting Julius Thomas the ball more, getting him more involved in the red zone, that's also going to open up things on the outside for Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. So just once again, you hate seeing Julius Thomas kind of be not involved whatsoever on the offensive side of the football. Very tough loss for the Broncos, very tough performance. New England beats us once again 43-21 in Foxborough. Great win for them. Congratulations to all the Patriots fans out there, and congratulations to their team. They really played great. If there's kind of a silver lining here to take for Broncos fans, maybe Patriots fans, football fans in general, but primarily Broncos fans, is that last season we lost to this team in Foxborough in the regular season, and then we came back and beat them in the AFC title game in the playoffs. So New England fans, you can bask in all the glory you want. You got a great team, not taking anything away from you. I respect the hell out of your team. You guys are a phenomenal team, and going to be tough for anyone to beat. But I'd much rather, lose to you guys now in November than lose to you in January. And that's kind of the big picture view the Broncos got to kind of have here. Is, yeah, we lost to New England now. We got embarrassed. We shit the bed here. You lose by 22 on the road, and you know, to a team that you're probably definitely not 22 points worse than. But again, it's a big picture view. We're trying to win a championship, not win in November for bragging rights. So I'll take a loss all day to this team in November rather than losing to them in January or February. So that's it for me, guys. Leave me a comment below. Whether you're a Broncos fan, Patriots fan, football fan, you know the deal. Give me your thoughts on Week 9 of the NFL season. I'll see you guys probably after the Oakland game. Don't think I'm going to be doing a preview for that game. That should be a win for the Broncos, but, you know, again, they look pretty good against Seattle this past week, and they competed, so they're going to be hungry to get their first win. They are 0-8. But, you know, we got to play well, and we can't play down to our competition. We got to bounce back from this loss and hopefully move to 7-2 with a win over the Raiders. Always good to kick their ass. So that's it for me. Again, thanks for listening to me ramble. And as always, guys, go Broncos. Tough loss here to the Patriots. Congrats. But hopefully we'll see you guys in January again and avenge this loss once again.